What is up, everybody? This is Zack Hample coming to you from inside a luxury suite here at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. And alright, this video is going to be something different for you. I have tickets in two different spots tonight. Not only in the suite, but right next to the Cardinals dugout by first base. Lots of great opportunities to catch baseballs there. And earlier today, I had an epic adventure getting a brewery tour, a private VIP tour over at Anheuser-Busch. Just gonna show you a quick sneak peek right now, a little preview to get you excited because I'm gonna show you all the footage at the end of this video, so make sure you watch the whole thing till the very end. For right now, it's less than an hour until game time. It's raining, unfortunately. The tarp is on the field. No batting practice. I haven't seen batting practice for a couple of weeks now, so that's a bit of a bummer. But this whole day is just incredible. The Colorado Rockies just got to town. Should be a great game. And let's just do a very slow 360. Show everybody there's a full bar. There's all this food in the background. If you see over here, there's all kinds of memorabilia over my shoulder. We will come back up here later and give you more shots of this. There's already some people chilling, so I'm trying to keep my voice down. And if you want to follow me outside, we'll just show you what it looks like out there. There's a whole seating area where you can look down over the field. This is so cool. Come on. Finally, a sign of life. The groundskeepers are taking the tarp off the field. The ushers are wiping the seats down. And there are a whole bunch of people up here who are eating. So I think the game is going to start soon. So let's grab a quick bite and then head downstairs to that spot right next to the dugout. I'm so happy right now. I've been saying that a lot lately.
Technology Raceway for their partnership and sponsorship of the Harrison Gator IndyCar bobbleheads. Hosted tonight on behalf of UMB is Eric Crawshaw. As a UMB associate in San Diego, Eric is a great ambassador for the
Yes, sir. Look, you're supposed to act like you've been there before, but I have never been here before, so I don't know how to act, all right? Leave me alone. Oh, that's the shot right there.
Uniform and this one.
Owing to USO Missouri, the Cardinals have brought four players tonight. Bruce Stadium at first base, Mike Estabrook. At second base, Paul Hample. At third base, Chad Fairchild. Here come your St. Louis Cardinals.
Now that is how to get the game started. Nolan Arenado grounded out to end the top of the first inning, and when Paul Goldschmidt headed back to the dugout, he tossed the ball right to me. That was my first ball of the day, and number 11,011 lifetime. That's a pretty cool number, but you know what's even cooler? Sitting in the corner spot right in the front row next to the Cardinals dugout. Being this close to the players and having this kind of proximity is truly spectacular. And I can especially appreciate it because I'm used to sitting out in the outfield 400 feet away. I can barely see what's going on. I mean, I see it when the ball's flying right to me and I hopefully catch it. But I mean, I'm almost at a loss for words right now. Top of the second inning, no score. I feel like there's definitely another shot to get a ball. I don't know if Goldschmidt is going to hook me up, but there's all these other players who might toss it. A little nubber to the first base coach. Boom, there's another one. The protective screen is not blocking this spot, so I want to stop talking to you so I don't get drilled in the back of the head and pay attention to the game. Wow.
lot of security right there in the Cardinals. I was watching the guy just dove around.
Dakota Hudson right there hooking it up. That was my second baseball of the day, and yes, I count them even when I give them away. After that, I decided to head back up to the suite because why not? It's the middle of the 6th inning, the Rockies are winning 5-2, and I need more food. Well, okay, maybe need is the wrong word, but it's free and I just can't resist. And check this guy out. This is Nick from Anheuser-Busch. You might remember him from the video last night. Dude, this has been amazing.
It's been a crazy day.
Thank you. You're gonna see a lot of this guy at the end of this video, all over that footage from the brewery tour, like I mentioned, so get ready for that. And I think for right now, I'm gonna grab more food. We're gonna show some shots from around the suite. There's some cool stuff on the ceiling. We'll show you that in a second. And I gotta give some love to Mark behind the bar. My videographer Ian is actually standing behind the bar right now, so just point the camera that way and show the man.
Give me that guac shot. Yeah. Get it. Get that guac. Get that guac. Yep.
Things change fast here at Busch Stadium. It's now the bottom of the 7th inning and the Cardinals have taken the lead. Paul DeYoung and Dexter Fowler each hit 2-run homers. They are now on top 6-5. And I've decided to head back down to the seats next to the dugout. Ian is gonna stay here, get some shots of me from afar and the field. Maybe I can get one more baseball. If not, I'm just gonna enjoy that view. And then I will come back up to the suite to close out this video. Amazing, wow. Big come-from-behind win tonight for the Cardinals. They were down by 3 in the middle innings and scored 4 unanswered runs to beat the Rockies 6-5. They're such a classy organization, and once again this season, they're right in the thick of the playoff hunt. I had an amazing time here today checking out the game from 2 premium spots. A luxury suite overlooking the third base side, and a front row seat right next to the Cardinals dugout. It doesn't get any better than that. Or wait, does it? As I mentioned earlier in this video, I got to take a private tour of the Anheuser-Busch headquarters here in St. Louis. After receiving my Budweiser hat and safety glasses, we headed through the beer garden and then back outside to see the world-famous Clydesdale horses. Shout out to Rob in the red shirt for leading this tour, and to Nick, who's been with me for the last 2 days making it all happen. Our next stop was a room called the Star Shop Brewery, where small-scale brewing innovation takes place. Of course, we were offered a selection of beers to sample. I'm actually not a beer drinker, but my videographer Ian was in heaven. Then we headed into a stockhouse where they do primary fermentation, and the tanks in there are massive. Each one holds the equivalent of 13,000 kegs, and there are 12 tanks in that building. After that, we checked out another stockhouse where they do beechwood aging and have an entire tank dedicated to the Stanley Cup champion St. Louis Blues.
Yes!
The song Gloria became a team anthem and has been blasting in that room 24/7 since they won. The tanks in there are so big that they were put in place and then the building was constructed around them. I was told that if you were to drink one beer every hour and keep going and going, it would take well over 100 years to finish the beer in one of those tanks. As we walked around between buildings, I had to stop for a moment and film for my Insta story. Truly unreal campus and facilities. Next stop, the taste test room, aka the 220 taste panel, which is the highest level of quality control at Anheuser-Busch. Then we headed down a few flights of stairs to see another interesting part of the process. Gigantic mash cookers where barley is cooked to create all the sugars that are needed. On the other side of the room, there are brew kettles where they boil the wort, that's W-O-R-T, and add hops. Everything is decorated so beautifully around here, from the eagle statues and the clock tower to the little fountains and landscaped gardens. The train tracks that run through the property are still very much in use. Every day there are trains running through carrying the grains for brewing, and other trains and tracks nearby are used for distribution. Then we headed to yet another building called the Bevo Packaging Plant, 26 acres of floor space that predates Prohibition. We got a great view of the packaging floor from above, and in the hallway leading to it, I especially loved the framed display of the aluminum progression of the can lid. Down on the actual floor, I got a close-up look at the process of bottling, labeling, and packaging. The machines fill 1,500 bottles per minute, and there's a sonar quality check that makes sure the right amount of beer is in each bottle. The labeling machines do 750 bottles per minute, so it takes 2 labelers of that speed to keep up with the fillers. Unbelievable process, so damn cool. Never thought I'd see something like that in person. And then one floor directly below, we took a quick peek at the canning process. 2,000 cans per minute per line, and there are 4 lines in the building, and this is just one of a dozen Anheuser-Busch breweries in the US, so you can do the math. Total insanity. My favorite thing there was a separate machine holding the can lids, inching along slowly. There was still a bit more to see after that, so we headed into the old Lions Schoolhouse, which is the oldest building on the property, built in 1868, and one of 3 National Historic Landmarks here. I said hello to the founding fathers on the way in, Eberhard Anheuser on the left, and Adolphus Busch on the right. Gorgeous display of memorabilia all over the place. This is actually the spot where some of the public tours begin, but we had special privileges to get up to the roof. VIP treatment, baby! Love it! From the balcony on the outside of the building, that's where we got the ultimate money shot. A perfect view of the clock tower, which is one of the most photographed things in St. Louis, along with the Arch and Busch Stadium. On our way out, Nick offered us beverages once again, and Ian could not have been happier. What a great way to spend an afternoon. But wait, that's not it. We still had a lot more walking to do around the campus, which was a good thing after stuffing ourselves silly with tons of free food the night before at the game. One of the last things we checked out was the finishing cellar. That room is kept at 36 degrees and has the freshest beer you'll ever taste. Rob carried a tool called a Zwickle over to one of the tanks and used it to tap in and serve up Budweiser and Golden Light that was less than 4 hours old. Ian once again was exuberant, and even I couldn't resist having a couple of sips. That was actually the first time I tasted beer in more than 20 years. No better place to do it. Rob was nice enough to let us keep the glasses, and he pointed out the transfer pipes connected to the tanks that move liquid from one stage of the process to the other. The very last thing we saw was one of my favorite parts of the tour. We got to enter the stables, which is another one of the historic landmarks, and get up close and personal with the Clydesdale horses and the famous Dalmatian named Bud. How cool is that? Those horses are featured every year in a Super Bowl commercial, and they go on tour all over the country, so there are tight specifications for their appearance. Official Budweiser Clydesdales must have a dark brown coat, 4 white stocking feet, a white forehead blaze, and a black mane and tail. They also have to be 18 hands tall at the shoulders, which is just over 6 feet tall. And in case you were wondering, their average weight is about 2,000 pounds. Huge thanks to Rob for showing us around, and to everyone at Anheuser-Busch, especially my new friend Nick, for being so accommodating and generous over these past 2 days with free tickets, unbelievable access, and again, lots of free beer for my videographer Ian. For right now, you can see I'm in the suite. Everybody is cleared out. I can see the field over there. There's not one fan in the seat, so I gotta go soon. But I just wanna say, if any of you guys live in St. Louis or you're visiting in St. Louis, I highly, highly recommend the brewery tour. I mean, you just saw the clips in this video, but you gotta experience it for yourself. So the last thing, as I always mention, the 2 baseballs that I got, that brings my lifetime total to 11,012 baseballs. I'm flying back home to New York City tomorrow. I really don't want to. I wish I could stay here and hang out for a few more days, but I will be back next year. Now that I have this hookup, oh yeah, Busch Stadium might be one of my top destinations. Anyway, guys, I am out. Thank you so much for watching.
Get him go down first.
Down first.
Roll over.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Wow.